Despertamos juntos, buenos días, qué placer saludarle, 20 de febrero, aquí estamos todo el equipo de las noticias.
¿Qué tal? Desde Washington los saluda Yasmín López. El Senado de Estados Unidos aprobó el borrador de un proyecto presupuestario que tiene el objetivo de reforzar las deportaciones masivas y la seguridad fronteriza. El plan surge mientras la Cámara de Representantes prepara su propia versión.
Now, live with the breaking news reports. This is ABC 27 News.
Good afternoon. We are breaking into hockey coverage after a deadly shooting at a hospital in York County. West York Borough says one of its officers has died. The shooting happened this morning at UPMC Memorial Hospital in West Manchester Township. A news conference is underway. Let's listen in.
Pittsburgh's Action News 4 begins with breaking news.
Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Chandy Chapman. Breaking news in central Pennsylvania. Police say an armed man took staff members hostage at an intensive care unit before getting into a shootout with police.
Tonight on 69 News, 2 people are dead, including a police officer, after a shooting at a Pennsylvania hospital. We have the latest details and the response from York County officials. Mailboxes getting raided in Upper Macungie Township. 69 News reporter Jack Reinhardt speaks with one of the victims, and we have the latest on the police investigation. And veterans helping veterans. We'll introduce you to an organization in the Lehigh Valley making sure that vets get the help and support that they need. Those stories plus the complete AccuWeather forecast with 69 News meteorologist Clayton Stiver, and Johnny Mangano has sports. Good evening. I'm Rob Manch. 69 News Weekend Edition starts right now.
Your life, your world, your news. This is 69 News Weekend Edition, live at 6.
First on the news at 6 tonight, 2 people are dead after a shooting at UPMC Memorial Hospital in York, Pennsylvania. One of those victims is a police officer, Andrew Duarte, of the West York Borough Police Department.
Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is Newswatch 16 at 7.
5 people shot, a police officer killed after a shooting at a Pennsylvania hospital. We're live with the latest in York County. It's our top story here on Newswatch 16 at 7. Thanks so much for joining us here on Newswatch 16. I'm Melissa Steininger. We begin with breaking news tonight out of central Pennsylvania.
WGAL News 8 begins with breaking news.
There are no words that can be said to make any of this better at the moment. But what you have done here tonight gives us hope.
Officer Duarte was the best of us. He was someone who put on the uniform of service and went out to try and keep his neighbors safe.
Please pray for everyone, and especially pray for the family and loved ones of Officer Andrew Duarte.
Tonight, parts of British Columbia shaken by an earthquake. Its epicenter northwest of Vancouver.
I was sitting at my desk and it was shaking quite bad. It was scary.
In a province where the risk is real, did the emergency alert system work? After a nail-biting overtime ended in the back of the U.S. net, exhales of relief across Canada.
It's right! We won the world!
Very proud to be Canadian right now.
In a clash of ideas about how to parent, Loud and Clear makes a comeback.
I asked them 10 times to get their shoes on and nobody did until I decided to absolutely go beast mode Batman voice on them, you know, and that's what actually worked.
Is gentle parenting getting a timeout?
From CBC News, this is The National with Erica Johnson.
Thank you for joining us at exactly 1:26 p.m. local time here in British Columbia.
Your news now on WTWO with Julia Prickett, meteorologist Dan Reynolds, and sports with Garrett Drake.
Y comenzamos nuestro noticiero con una noticia en pleno desarrollo. Un accidente grave que involucra una patrulla de la policía ha sido reportado en el vecindario de Kendall. El incidente ocurrió la tarde de hoy en la intersección de la 136 calle y la avenida 97 del suroeste, donde oficiales del sheriff del condado de Miami-Dade han acordonado la zona para iniciar las investigaciones. Hasta este minuto de la tarde se desconocen detalles sobre los heridos o la causa de este hecho. Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas tardes. Les saluda Javier Díaz. Gracias por acompañarnos este domingo 23 de febrero del año 2025.
Allied Chemical Corporation and the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
Good evening. American hopes for some progress in the Iranian hostage crisis received two setbacks today.
A familiar face with an unfamiliar name and an unusual way to relieve tension. That's all coming up on the next edition of Evening Magazine. Hi, I'm Candace Hasty. Join us as we go out to Hollywood to meet character actor Ned Beatty. He loves to cook and write as well as act. And then we'll go to Cornell University to find out how students are getting rid of tension these days by screaming. That's at 7:30. Join us.
Eyewitness News, Wednesday, January 21st, 1981, with Jack Chase and meteorologist Don Kent, brought to you by Woman's World.
Mexico City, a nation mourns.
Madre Jesucristo.
Requiems for the dead. And incredibly, survivors. A baby, a young man, both buried alive for 5 days.
Good evening. This is the CBS Evening News. Dan Rather reporting tonight from Mexico City. The death toll continues to rise. More damaged buildings collapse, but Mexico is digging out and fighting back from one of the monster earthquakes of the century. And First Lady Nancy Reagan was here today for a show of solidarity.
What will our children be when they grow up? What challenges will they face? How will they earn a living? Choose their friends? How happy and healthy will they be? The key to our tomorrows is the youth of today. So throughout 1985, WBZ-TV will sponsor programming and community events to help develop New England's most precious resource. It's time we recognize kids for what they really are.
WBZ-TV4, Eyewitness News Update.
Good morning. Parents in Swansea.
I'm Rob Weller, and this is Entertainment Tonight for Monday, September 23rd, 1985.
This is the big one. Stay tuned, folks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Weller.
And I'm Mary Hart. In Champaign, Illinois yesterday, the spotlight was on Farm Aid as music stars turned out to help the cause.
AIDS. It's causing discrimination and segregation in many different segments of our society. How severe are the risks? I'm Buzz Luttrell on Wednesday, dealing with the fear of AIDS.
Catch the wave on Hawaii 5-0, weekday afternoons at 4. The following is a special report from Eyewitness News, a space tragedy.
I regret that I have to report that based on very preliminary searches, these searches have not revealed any evidence that the crew of Challenger survived.
Tonight, the nation mourns following the worst space tragedy in its history, the explosion of the shuttle Challenger.
Concord, New Hampshire schoolteacher Krista McAuliffe was among the 7-member crew.
Tonight, all 7 are presumed dead in the explosion which occurred shortly after liftoff.
This is a News Center 5 update.
Good evening, I'm Chet Curtis.
And I'm Dick Albert.
President Reagan will be on national television within the next few minutes, his first response to the criticisms of his handling of the Iran arms affair. We'll have analysis and reaction on our late news tonight. What about the weather? It's warming up in the next couple of days.
Tonight's going to be cold, but on the weather map, you see that it's warm out west, and that's going to get here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
I like it. Also, the best of Chuck Kramer tonight. Join us at 11.
The stories of our times take time to be told, and no one tells them like the award-winning Chronicle.
Hot jobs in the 1990s, tomorrow, 7:30.
From now. This is an ABC News special report. President Reagan responds. Now reporting from New York, Peter Jennings.
Good evening. There are probably many things one could say about the substance of the president's speech tonight, even before he gives it in a moment. But it's probably better wait until we hear what he has to say. It is true that all across the country, but especially in Washington, people are anxious to see how Mr. Reagan will use this unusual moment in his presidency.
From Yuppie University to This Old Shack, it's a most wanted list of Kramer characters from the past 10 years. This is Chuck Kramer. Join me for a festival of my most requested pieces. Prime Chuck, tonight at 11, only on New England's News Center 5.
When you say New England, what comes to mind? Traditions that have stood the test of time. Neighbors willing to share their time. People who deserve a hand, even if that hand is a small one. People learning about their environment. People sharing good times. Or viewers who speak their mind. New England is people. Something Eyewitness News has always understood. That's why WBZ-TV is the station New England turns to.
WBZ-TV4, Eyewitness News Update.
Good morning, I'm Randy Price. More than 2,000 people honored House Speaker Tip O'Neill last night at a fundraiser for Boston College in Washington.
All of us here at WGBH want to thank you for your generous support during the past year. We wish you all a very happy holiday season. This is WGBH TV, public television for New England.
On the American agenda, these parents are learning to become better parents, and it's changing their children's lives. Watch Peter Jennings on ABC's World News Tonight, tomorrow.
We've got an explosion, and it's already up to 5 alarms.
That's the big story. Who's
Action
on the
News
way?
Base, we're on the scene.
Need to see a live shot in 5 minutes.
Unit 6, what's your status?
Get an
interview with this fire chief.
Check with Dave on the weather.
Base, do you read me? We read you, Rick. The shot looks good. We'll be
The rain's going to stop, but not the wind.
Camera 5, get your shot.
Gary, what do you have? Overtime.
Stand by, team. Coming to you in 4, 3, 2, 1. Cue Jim.
But the big story on Action News.
Action News is brought to you by Ford Motor Company, where quality is job one.
Good morning, I'm Monica Malpass. It is 7:25 on this Tuesday, April 2nd. Sunny but nippy out there this morning. We'll get the full story from Dave Frankel and AccuWeather in just a moment.
This is public broadcasting in Massachusetts. Our legal name is the WGBH Educational Foundation. In Boston, we are licensed by the FCC to operate WGBH TV Channel 2, WGBX TV Channel 44, and WGBH Radio 89.7 FM. In Springfield, we operate WGBY TV Channel 57. We offer programs that entertain, stimulate, and inform. Our purpose is to help you cope better with the world and your own life.
We are non-commercial. For the funds that keep us free, we depend entirely on grants and contributions, large and small. These come from thousands of persons as well as from foundations, corporations, and other agencies. We will always need your help.
WGBX-TV, Channel 44 Boston, is licensed by the Federal Communications Commission to the WGBH Educational Foundation. Our transmitter is located in Needham, Massachusetts, by arrangement with the Westinghouse Broadcasting Corporation. Our studios are located at 125 Western Avenue, Boston. Major capital contributions to WGBX have been made by the Filene family, by the Fund for Adult Education, the Ford Foundation, the 20th Century Fund, and the Committee for the Permanent Charity Fund, Incorporated. On behalf of the staff and management of WGBX-TV, this is William Pierce saying good night.